this seems like a mountain. Panther lead.
When they're down 3-0, it's just hard work.
I think there's a lot of belief.
And this series gets dragged back to South Florida.
If anyone can do it, it's the Oil.
The job's not done. We need to finish it.
Zach Hyman and the Edmonton Oilers have been digging out of holes all season long. The job's not finished, but now they're just one win away from being the second team to rally from 3-0 down in a Stanley Cup final and win the Stanley Cup. The Florida Panthers don't want to be on the wrong side of history tonight. Their fourth and final chance to win this series and the first Stanley Cup in the 30-year history of their franchise. It's that or forever be known for one of the worst collapses in the history of North American professional sports. Other than that, no pressure tonight inside Amerant Bank Arena as we welcome you to Game 7 of this Stanley Cup Final. I'm Sean McDonough in the stands, Ray Ferraro between the benches. Delighted to have you with us for just the 18th Game 7 of a Stanley Cup Final. And given everything that's gone into getting us here, the twists and turns, the storylines, the history, and most of all, given that tonight they're playing for the Stanley Cup, this is without question one of the most meaningful games in the 107-year history of the NHL. And Ray, if Edmonton's going to finish the job tonight, it certainly helps that they have the best player in the world on their team, Connor McDavid.
Pretty nice luxury to have in your back pocket. McDavid's had a fabulous series, an unbelievable career, and he's become a dominant player at the most important time of the year. In this series, he's elevated himself, if that's even possible, even further away from the other best players in the league. But you can't do it yourself, and he's got a running mate in Leon Draisaitl who's been really quiet in this playoff round. Draisaitl has just 3 assists. One of the best goal scorers in the National Hockey League hasn't really made an impact yet. The Oilers will win if they can play as quickly as they can and they get contributions from their big boys, and that does include Draisaitl.
Meanwhile, Florida had control of this series, up 3-0. Many thought we were going to see our first sweep in a final since 1998. Instead, now they're playing to win the cup for the 4th and final time. Ray, they need to get back to the forecheck, creating chances, stop making mistakes that lead to Edmonton rush opportunities. And what else has to happen if Florida is going to stop the momentum tonight and win the cup?
Well, these last 3 games have been such a disaster for the Panthers. I think the first thing, as you mentioned, is they got to get back to being the Florida Panthers. Why we thought they were one of the best, most complete teams in the league. Be aggressive, get on the forecheck, but you got to create some offense. These 3 players had 117 goals combined in the regular season. They all look out of sorts here in the finals. 1 goal each. Carter Verhaeghe has lost it offensively. He's in his own head. Got to relax. Matthew Tkachuk's the emotional leader of this team. And Sam Reinhart had 57 goals in the regular season. The Panthers will win if these 3 big boys get on the board. They have to contribute tonight.
And so often it comes down to the goalies. Edmonton wants more of the same from Stuart Skinner. He's been by far the best goalie in the last 3. Now 10-0 in this postseason in games 4 through 7. Florida wants the Bob of the first 3 games when Sergei Bobrovsky was the star and on his way to the Conn Smythe Trophy.
Spooked in game 4, and they haven't found their game since.
This series is even at 3 games apiece.
It doesn't matter what has happened to get to this point. They lost the first 3 games, we lost the next 3. Like, it's even.
Our mindset is to play our best game, starting from the first shift.
Win this 1 game. That's what it comes down to.